All right, here we are backstage again with last year's winners of the Sharpe Showdown. It's Scott Gregg and Shane Elwein. Fellas, it's great to have you in here. I don't want you to slide too close together. You don't have to hold hands or anything, but just slide together just a tad more.
All right.
There we go. I did just before we started. You split apart there, and I thought, oh, hold on.
Okay.
We're all just kind of close, tight knit here.
It'll be a long weekend.
So, yeah, sorry about that. As long as you're,
We generally need our spacing about 20 feet between the two of us to get along for very long. But
well, you're winners together, so
Yeah, there you go.
the potential's there, right? No matter what,
Yes,
it
for sure.
makes it pretty simple. So last year's win, we had weird weather for that last year too. The lake dropped, didn't it drop like 2 feet, maybe a little bit more last year? And we ended up moving away from the band shell and going to Downs and hanging out there. And that was all well and good and fine and dandy. It was pretty windy, a little tougher to catch fish, but you guys got it done last year. How about this year? What are your thoughts for this year?
Well, I think inch 80 changed a lot of plans for people. I think that it's going to have to be above the bad. I think. I mean, it's going to be a mud hole unless you go way south, and that's a trip. That's not a trip that we're willing to take. I don't think so.
It feels a lot like deja vu because last year we were going way south. And then with the rain that came in the big forecast, we decided to scramble to some backup stuff here. And that's kind of how it feels again.
Yeah, well, if we get a fair amount of runoff, we haven't had sunshine though. So you're thinking about warming that water up a little bit. But I hear that the water temps are 40 to 50 degrees, depending on where you're hanging out on the river. There are so many different places on this skinny body of water that can vary temperature wise.
We haven't found any 50. I mean, it's been low
It's okay.
40s, at least where we fished.
Right.
I mean, maybe there's some out there. We just haven't found that. But
Well, you probably have to sneak back in a corner somewhere around
Right.
farm, somewhere in shallower water
Right.
that has that potential to warm up a little bit quicker. How about the milting males? Have you?
oh, absolutely.
It's certainly there.
Yeah.
The females that you maybe caught in practice spawned out, and things are
They're
coming
right
to
in the
an end.
middle of spawning.
Yeah.
Maybe on the tail end of it. I mean, so.
Well, it makes things a little tougher.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Usually, if it was a week later, you probably have them jumping in the boat, but it's going to be kind of a grind, I think. So.
Yeah, I think you're the first one to say that yet tonight. But I think you're right, though. I'd love to have a John Madden thing here, but you're absolutely right. It's going to be a grind, no doubt. But nonetheless, it's another tournament. It's what you guys do. It's what all these guys do, regardless of the wind, regardless of the rain. For the most part, I don't think any of you guys care, right? It's just let's go fish.
Oh, I don't know about that. I would tell you this. We've been fishing together for like 25 years, and we fished a lot of these river tournaments. And the biggest thing there's been a lot of care because our biggest thing for this tournament is preparing to try to keep yourself comfortable in this because it's going to be a tough tournament.
That is a big one, isn't it?
Yes.
I learned one year on Memorial Day. It was nice. It was gorgeous. But then it started to rain, got like this. It cooled down a bit, but it didn't stop raining. So we were wearing our rain suits with shorts and short sleeve T-shirts. We could have just as well been soaking wet because we were just as cold.
And if you aren't comfortable, you can't keep catching them all day.
No, it's tough. That confidence level just kind of goes out the door. You get a little cranky. You guys don't get cranky and crabby or anything, do you?
Oh,
Never.
Well, this week I asked him if he had a knife in the boat because I was ready to slip my wrist.
Okay. But the stress of a tournament will change a guy a little bit. You can be as mild mannered as all get out, and then all of a sudden pressure's on, and you got to deliver.
To me, this is a different tournament because you have to stay in contention, but we've fished this for a long time. It always comes down to who gets the big fish that separates you from everybody because you will get it and you just someone will.
Yeah.
And you'll have to just keep yourself in those areas, but you can't control if you're going to get it or the guy next to you is going to get it. All you can control is what you have to go with it.
Yeah, isn't that the truth? And no matter what you do, you can go out and you can fish your tail off. You can come back with 5 nice fish. You think you've got a chance. And then there seems to be some group with a kid who just
Right.
decided to fish that last 10 minutes right there in the marina and caught a 25-incher and
Right.
boom, it's over. You know,
Yep.
it's
It can happen like
Yeah.
exactly.
yeah, isn't it something else? So
Good.
good luck to you.
All right.
I'm guessing, you know, we're going to stay somewhere in that 15 pounds like the MWC. I realize it's a different body of water down there on Francis Case, but they had 15 pounds, hit a 7-pounder to get to first place with that. But do you think, what do you think it's going to take? 12 to 15
For 2
tomorrow?
days?
No, just for, well, okay, let's go 2 days. Is it going to take 25 to 30 pounds, or aren't we going to get there?
I
It's going to
don't think
be
so.
No,
I think
19 to 23.
depends how big that big fish comes for someone.
That's the unknown there.
If you can get 10 pounds on 5 fish, you'll be sitting really good, and then hope you get a big one throughout the 2 days. That's where you want to be.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you get there.
All right.
I appreciate it. Thanks
Yep.
for being with us, Scott Gregg and Shane Elwein here backstage at the 2nd annual Sharpe Showdown.